This is the Amazfit GTS. Well, let's not beat around the bush. It just looks exactly like an Apple Watch. And I think this is what they were going for. It does look like an Apple Watch. It definitely borrows from that design, but it's a lot cheaper and you can use it with Android. Amazfit are a very big company and they make a lot of wearables right now. It's waterproof to 50 meters. It has about a 14-day battery life between charges. Obviously that depends on how much you use it. It's got an OLED screen, and in China you can use it with Zhefubao, which is a payment service. This isn't the NFC version, but there is an NFC version if you want to use it with that. And in China, because it's new, you do get an extra strap that they give you, the blue one. I've got a black one with it now. But anyway, let's get it open. Amazfit are a surprisingly big company. They are invested in by Xiaomi, if you know them. This is way more than a fitness band, and it's certainly more expensive than those. On first impressions, it does look like the Apple Watch, although it's a lot lighter than the Apple Watch and thinner as well. It is obviously a lot cheaper as well. Inside, you get the charging cable, which has a USB-A connector on the end that you put into a charging brick, but you don't get a charging brick in the box. The watch just slips on to that flat bit. You get the instructions here too, which are very self-explanatory. First impressions are actually that it just looks really, really good. There are definite design differences to the Apple Watch for sure, but you get this OLED screen. The bezels are pretty thick, but to be fair, it's a watch and not a phone. You have the heart rate and activity monitors on the back of the watch. It has this matte finish on the back, which I quite like. It has Bluetooth and GPS, and apparently you'll get anywhere from 7 to 14 days charge, depending on how much you use it and how much you use the features. But I think it looks really, really nice. This is an Android watch, yes. I'm going to use it with an iPhone because you can use it with iPhone too. You just need to download the app. You need to go through all these settings screens, pick your location. Then you can pick a daily activity target. You need to scan the QR code on the watch to link it up to your phone. Because it has GPS, you can track your runs or your cycles. Just press start at the bottom and it will track your workouts. In China, you can link it to these accounts. That will be different outside of China. It will link to all the popular accounts in your country. It can monitor your sleep and your heart rate in the background. You don't have to tell it to do that. And this is the front screen where all of that information will be placed. So you have to scan that barcode and then wait about a couple of minutes for everything to be linked up with the watch and the phone. And then all the data that the watch collects will be put onto your phone. You might want to change the watch faces. There are a really big selection here, which is very good. If we just pick one out just to see what it will look like, you just download it onto the watch and wait for it to appear. I'll just choose a bright one for the purposes of the video. But yeah, very easy, and just choose whatever one you want. As I said, there is an NFC version in China, although be sure to know which version you're buying when you buy it in your country. You get alerts on the phone for incoming calls or event reminders or calendar reminders. There is a vibration motor in the watch. It's not the best vibration motor, but it alerts you nonetheless. It does the job, but it's certainly not the absolute best vibration motor. It's absolutely fine. And you can set up options to automatically detect when you're doing exercise, and all of the information just goes into that front panel in the app. So getting onto the watch face itself, let's see what options we get in the watch. It's an OLED screen, this one, so it's completely black in the black areas, which is good. Full brightness, as you can see. This is just a torch that you can use in case it's dark and you need some brightness, which is a good thing. This is night mode, which you can set it to turn off or save battery automatically. Of course, in your country, it will come in your language. But let's test my heart rate to see how this works. And as soon as I turned it on, I could feel the electrical impulses running throughout my arm. It's a pretty weird feeling, so at least I know it's working. And you can see the heart rate changing there slightly, so no problems there. During your workouts, it will automatically take your heart rate and save all of that information and put it in the app. You can see lots more information here, as I said, in Chinese, but in your country that will come in your language. There's also lots of options for exercises when you're doing workouts. You can track your steps throughout the whole day, not just in workouts. Then if you are working out, you can choose a lot of different activities. This is swimming, running, climbing, sprinting, just walking. You can choose the depth at which you're swimming at here. There's a whole list of activities, as you can see. So whatever activity you're doing, you can just choose that and it will track that workout. In Fujian, it's 28 degrees at 11 o'clock at night. So it's the middle of summer in China. A stopwatch is obviously included in the watch. Just press the play button. And I thought that you might be able to change it with the crown on the right hand side, but that's not the case. You actually have to press on the screen to start and stop the stopwatch. There's also countdown timers from 1 minute all the way up to about half an hour. Just press that and it will time for you. Now this comes into its own once you've been wearing it for a while, and it will take all of that fitness and health data for you. A really good looking watch in my opinion, not as amazingly feature rich as the Apple Watch, but a very solid fitness tracker and smartwatch with a great design and interchangeable straps. Anyway, that's it for now, but I will see you in the next one.